Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Walking Buckets 360. We're going to kick it off tonight. Coach McClain, 2 episodes in a row here. We're rolling. South High's 8-0. We're going to look back on last week, maybe look into a little bit of the future here. My man DeMarr Langford back tonight with us. Walking Buckets, pretty much it was his name in fantasy, I believe, or the name of the league. So he's back tonight. We're going to get some chat in about his boys who are playing for BC right now. They just lost the heartbreaker to Duke by 1. So we'll go over the. Thank you guys for tuning in, and should be a good one. All right, guys. As I was just explaining, we're here with the legends of the 1990s here. What do you say? The 70 babies? That's what we're calling this.
Yeah, definitely.
So the return of DeMarr Langford tonight. Unreal. It's been a minute. How's things, my man? How's things going?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Too blessed to be stressed is what I'd like to say,
Yeah.
Good. Life is good, man. Just, working, taking care of the family, raising the kids, man. Got them playing ball at a high level. The younger ones trying to come up behind them. So wife is doing good. Family's good. Parents good. I mean, I really can't complain, bro.
1 point to Duke.
Whew. That's a tough topic to start with, Mike.
I gotta. No one's gonna say a word about it.
You know why I say that? I mean, everybody's saying, good is good, and I agree to an extent, but it's like, bro, moral victories are not it right now, man. We want wins. You know what I'm saying? We're good enough. We're good enough to beat them. You know what I mean? I just think. I don't want to, without getting into it too much. I don't think we don't get a whistle our way. Let's just start there. And I just think being the underdogs, like we want to pull off these wins. And we had a few bad losses earlier that are gonna affect us going dancing, and we need these wins, man. So it's the moral victory is just not enough at this point. We have to win, so to give ourselves a chance to get to March Madness, and which is the goal. So yeah, hooray, 1 point, but we want dubs.
I get it. It was a tough loss out of the 20 last year. I know that, and it was. You guys are right up there again. So
yeah, but good game overall, though. I want to be
no doubt
salty.
So 2 peas in a pod. That's the exact same answer I would expect from Diago here. Same thing. It's not good enough, or still more to work on. Coach, last week, a couple of solid games. We saw the deep part of the bench against Maine South.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the opinion last week.
Like I told you, it's there's a lot of things that are on my mind about sports now in Worcester, and how things are being carried, and how it's I don't know if it's a good thing, because it's like the level of competition, certain schools are high and then low, so it's like, and then when you ask people to play you, they say no. So how do you prepare for the season? You know what I mean? And I know some schools don't have enough girls. That's, South went through that stage, and I had to build it back up. But it's like playing teams, certain teams that we have to play. It's good all these kids get the opportunity to play, but then I see other teams around here that can start their players who get TNG All-Stars. They get all the accolades because they're playing 32 minutes, and I can't play my girls 32 minutes. So it's like some of my girls that are going for 1,000 points, some of my girls that should be TNG All-Stars, I got to pull them out in the second quarter. So their average, they'll have a game like against Drake, you just lose Bascones. She had 20 something. Ari had 19. Then we play another team. We played Burncoat, and I can't play them. So their average goes from 16, 17 points, drops down to 8, because Bascones had 2 against Maine South.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like things like that. It's like hard for me because I feel bad for these kids, and it's like players to watch. You see none of our girls in it. At the end of the year, TNG, we can have probably 7 of them in there, but we won't have any just because they look at points. You know what I mean? And if I keep my girls in there, then we become the villain. The bad kids, the bad team. We're running up the scores, and people look at it like one parent said to me the other day. I'm not going to say any names. I'm walking out the gym at Main South, and I thought I coached very well. I played my bench. I didn't press. Um, we gave open shots. We were respectful. Why are you beating teams by 40 something? Like what? Like what? And it's like you watch boys basketball and they'll win by 60 and people praise it.
Right.
Like all over, praise it. A
I
girls
was
team wins, it's an issue.
I was
Like,
gonna I was gonna follow that up, D, because we played Bronco and we did everything we could do as
yeah.
coaches. Played the bench. Like my JV guys were one of my JV kids, he had 15. He's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah, and we beat them by about 60 points. And like Denny, Denny, we grew up with Denny. Denny's
Yeah.
my guy. Like we're
Yeah.
trying to out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we did everything we could do, but we can't hold the kids back. Like, and so
Yeah.
I get it. The same thing. And those are valid points, bro, about the TNG, man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about saying it like those are valid points, bro. Like the average is going down because they're not playing as much. That's tough. That's a
Mm-hmm.
tough situation for you as a coach that other people are not even factoring in. You know what I mean?
They're not. It's like I see these girls, they're good basketball players, but they're getting 30 points a game because they're playing 32 minutes and they're still
Right.
blowing teams out. But I
Right.
can't do that with my girls because it becomes an issue. It becomes, why are you still in? Why is your starter still in? Even though my bench is deep. I mean, I can literally take my 5 girls off the bench and start a game and still win.
You have 2
But
starting fives.
yeah, I do. I have 2 starting fives and 2 of the girls that are 11 and 12 can be in either 5. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you do as a coach? And it's not in, I have a plan and I try to keep it them. It's not about the scoring, it's about the winning, it's about, people acknowledging you. But here's the back end of it, D. I have college coaches texting me, yo, can I come to a game? And it's like, yeah, but she's limited to time.
She might.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. And so that's where there's a lot of gray area. And as coaches, we have to understand, like, so what I do with my guys, because, I'm the JV coach at North, and, I assist the varsity. So I tell my JV guys, like, hey, listen, it's really not about wins and losses for us as JV. Right. And the varsity level, it is, though.
Yeah.
And not only is it about wins and losses, they play to win, yes, because why? There's a postseason. I told my JV guys, I said, hey, listen, if you don't do A, B, and C, I'll sit you for the entire game because I'm worried about wins and losses at this level. I said at our very last game, it's over after that. Whether we go undefeated or whatever, we don't have a postseason. Varsity has a postseason. I'm saying all that to lead into this, like, your situation, it needs to be known, like, okay, this is varsity level, first of all. That's number one. That's number one, right? Mm-hmm. Number 2 is, yeah, this is a varsity level, but these kids are trying to get to another level. So how do I hold them back? Like, this ain't it for them. They all are gonna go to college, right? So some of them are trying to whatever, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. Most of them are trying to get full scholarships. So how do I hold a kid back from being her best every single time on the court and making, like, the TNG All-Star will help her situation as far as getting a scholarship. All the notoriety that she would get if she was getting 30 points a game and 30 minutes a game, even though we're blowing teams out, that's notoriety that she would get that would help her get to where she needs to. So how are you as a coach trying to better these kids if you're holding them back, worried about other kids? How about they get in the gym like you guys get in the gym?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these kids don't pick up a ball to the season, but it's entitlement. Like, some of them play other sports, which is cool, but don't complain when your kids aren't putting in the work. Like, that's just life. It's not even about the basketball part. It's just life skills. You know what I mean? Right. It's like, is it okay for you not to work hard and get accolades? No, that's not. And I teach my girls that. And on top of that, D, the reason why I posted what I posted today is I'm not even more impressed with my record because I expect that as a coach, but the grades, man. Like to have 12 girls over a 3 point, you know what I mean? That's crazy. It's because
Got a
they're
report.
competitive. They're competitive in the classroom and they're competitive on the court, and that's why we are who we are. And I just don't get why people. And I know Bob said it's not the kids that it's me, but how do you hate or get mad at someone that like we're all adults. Most of us are parents. So how do you get mad at your kid goes to work, works out hard, succeeding, and then on top of it, he's managing his schoolwork or her schoolwork and getting almost an A in every class. How do you
Right.
hate on that? How do you get
Right.
mad about that? Like I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Like what
Yeah.
is this world like? It used
Where
to
we
be
going?
like, yeah, but D, like when I used to play you, like let's go back to North and Holy Name.
Sir.
If you guys beat us that night, I'm sitting there looking like, okay, DeMarr's nasty. Damian, Joe, they're good. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, they're good. I hate them. Like, no, I'm going to say, okay, what did they do that I didn't do? And what can I do to try to beat them? These
Right.
days, it's like you go in a gym and North beat Burncoat or we beat someone, they hate us. Like, it's like, oh, they're beating people by 40, but they don't look at the real picture of it. Like, and that's what like it's lost.
Yeah.
It's like it's not. And I know the talent ain't as good as when we were, but they have more opportunities than we had, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We have trainers now, we have gyms now, we have all these
Absolutely.
equipment that these kids can use. We didn't
Absolutely.
have that shit, man. We had to go outside and
And
create our own like little basketball teams and try. We didn't have AU like it wasn't big like it is now. So it's
facts.
like
You
I
can't
don't get it.
hold them back. Pardon me to cut you off, but and I have the problem with this. I feel like they're holding them back, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like so you about the kids and the kids and the kids, and so yeah, I get it to an extent. But what about the other kids? What about your kids? So you're talking about these kids you're beating them by 30. Okay, but what about these kids? So you're gonna hold these kids back? They're getting great grades. They're working hard. They're trying to go to the next level. So let's hold these kids. So what are we holding everybody back? Is that what we're
Exactly.
doing?
I guess
Like
so.
I mean, so I don't get the parents because if it was their kid, they would be like, and so I'm more concerned about the parents of your kids than I am the other kids, the other parents, because they're worried about don't beat us. Why are you beating people like this? Why are you beating? What about these kids? Why am I holding your kid back? How do you tell another parent of a kid that's worked her behind off, getting good grades, and doing everything she needs to do, and you have to hold her back because of somebody else's feelings? How do you explain that to that parent when this kid doesn't get a full scholarship somewhere because I had to hold her back? Like, bro,
Yeah,
that's unfair. That's what we
it
need to be
is.
talking.
Yeah, it is. It's unfair and it's like that's why I said everything needs to change. I know it's a conference thing and whatever, but it's like we can't if like I just got an email today. It says they're bringing back the districts, which is unbelievable. I'm so happy because I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. So it's the top 8 teams, but now you're allowed to jump up a division if you want to. So like if we want to go Division 1, we can play Division 1. If we want to stay Division 2, we can stay 2, which is good. But it's like how do I prepare my kids? And I think that's what happened to us last year, going into Walpole. Like we went into Chicopee, we were ready and stuff, but the atmosphere wise and some of the kids, weren't at that level and you want to try to play and these girls and they play enough. So it's like they get in that atmosphere and it's like boom, it hits them. So that's why I was like saying this year, I'm like, I'm not doing that this year. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna do it the right way. I mean, we're deeper, but it's like you hear the noise and it doesn't bother me, but it bothers my kids.
Right,
So I'm a parent before I'm a coach. I always say that.
right.
So like when a kid comes up to me and they're like hesitating to shoot or they're afraid to make things because they're going to talk about them. You know what I mean? Like things happen off the court. Like social media is a demon, bro, with these kids.
It is.
So it's like, and it's sad that you could talk bad about someone that is doing good. That makes sense. And it bothers my kids because at the end of the day, they're young girls, they're
Right,
emotional,
right.
um, and they have feelings. And then when you get parents involved with saying stuff, it gets really crazy. So it's like, not only am I coaching, I'm mentoring these girls, Sam and I, and it's just like, enough's enough, bro. Like, and what makes me proud though, D, I shouldn't say it, but no one did game day posts, no one did media day, no one did nothing until Diego McClain did it last year. Now I see every division 3, 4, 5, every school around here doing it. I see their post game day with the things. I see media day. This. No one's done that. No one's done that.
That's
No,
true.
no one did. No one's done any of that, bro. And I don't like. Annette always says. My wife always says, like, oh, it's crazy how I just go on she'll go on her Facebook and see people do stuff that you've done. And she's like, it's like you started a trend and you don't even know it. And it's like, I try to do something positive, which is fine. But why talk about South High or North High boys, bro? Like we're bad people, or we're not bringing your city up. Like, it's good for basketball in this city, man. What North's doing and Al's doing over there, and what we're doing here, and then Denny Brigley's taking over Burnco. Then you got Dan taking over the girls over here. You know what I mean? It should be, everyone should be excited. Then you got DeMarr Langford, a JV coach, where he should be a college or varsity coach, but his mindset is, I want to mold kids. You know what I mean?
You too.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just like, it's so crazy to me, bro.
It's good for the city, and we should be highlighting those things instead of the negativity. Like,
Yeah.
how about Diego McClain is bringing women's basketball back to where it needs to be? How about let's highlight that? How about it's so competitive now? Why don't everybody chase him now? What is he doing? All right. So honestly, this should bring this, what you're doing should only magnify everything else that you're doing, like your MTM. Like, you should have every girl in the vicinity in Worcester County should be running to sign up, and their parents should be running to sign them up to MTM. Like, bro, so every team that he has is this good. Like, so he's doing something right. So how about we send our girls over there? That's what should be happening. But instead, it's a divide and conquer thing, and everybody wants to bring people down. It's crabs in a bucket mentality instead of how about we build each other up and find out if somebody's doing something right. How about we figure out what they're doing and maybe join what's going on. The movement.
That's what I said, man. Been 15. I'm going on my 14th year with Sting, and 98% college kids and this and this. Right. But you'd rather drive to Boston, and I'm not. And it's not for everyone. Certain, like, look at me. I tell you the truth. If I can't offer you something that they can, I'll drive you to Boston. I'll give you money, Uber money to get there. I would support you in any way. I've had kids leave me that went, it worked out. Sometimes it didn't. But at the end of the day, it's about the kid, right? But you get all these people in Worcester that's trying to do AAUs. Their kid becomes a basketball player at 7 years old. Now they become trainers. They're all trainers now. And now they're all trying to do AAUs in second, third grade and have like 6th, 7th graders on a third grade team. And they're trying to like build, and it's a hot mess, man. And all it does is the same kids that I see grow up, don't go to college, or they play Division III. And it's I just see it, bro. I see it every day. Like, all these guys don't train with him, don't go there, train with me. I'll get you to Division I. Dude, do you understand how hard it is to get to Division I, bro?
It is.
Like, I can take me, you, Rashad, Damian. I'll take Mike with me. I can get Tyshawn. I can get like 8 of our guys right now. We'll bust half these kids in the city that think they can play at our age right now.
Absolutely.
It might take us a while, but we'll get in just the
How
knowledge.
many timeouts do we get?
About 10 timeouts. But believe me, it wouldn't be easy. It wouldn't be easy for me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you're going to tell me that a kid that just learned how to dribble and shoot, and he has C's and D's, he's going Division I.
Right.
That's what you're going to tell him. Don't you ask him, the first thing you should ask him, how you doing in school?
Right.
How's your grades?
Right.
What college are you looking at?
Right.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, why? Oh.
What are you doing in the off season?
Exactly. Are you even doing your work? Half these kids I see train, D, 60% of these kids I see train, play all these AAUs are not even playing high school basketball right now. They either failed or they're on JV.
That
You know what I mean? They're telling me they're Division Ones, but they're playing. You haven't played varsity basketball in high school, but you're a Division One athlete, and you're going to be a junior. Like what? Like come on. Well, you know what? We'll go prep school. Prep school doesn't cost money. Like they just give full scholarships. Dude, that's not. But that's what I'm saying. It's a loss, bro. Like these guys, it's an ego thing, bro. Like enough. I just get so mad, man. It's like
how do we try to change the
me and you.
How do we? Yeah, well, so we're doing.
Us. So this summer, me and you, we're gonna have workouts. We're gonna do AAU. We're gonna do everything, and it's gonna bring back the right way to do basketball, bro. It's not. You do your showcases. If you're a showcase team, you're a showcase team. If you're not, you're not. Like I'm not gonna send kids that are not showcase to play showcase because their parents want to post it. That says, "Oh, I'm at a showcase for what?" You know what I mean? Dude, you're in 8th grade. Nobody's there looking at you right now. It's a money thing. It's politics. They're going to take your money to give it to the juniors and seniors. Yep. They don't get it. You know, I know competitive basketball. I can put you in competitive. I'll bring you right up to Maine and play some big people up there. Really fundamental that will bust your city butts. They don't get it, bro. It's like, and you lose kids because of that stuff. Like you lose kids because it's a game.
I'm all in. I'm all in, bro.
You know what I mean?
Let's do it, man. This is what this is about anyway. I mean, really, let's think about it, bro. It's about bringing the city back. And you're doing that. You know, North is doing that. Like, what's the academy? They got guys over there. They're going one to Duke, one just committed to Prov. So shout out to both of them, right?
Yep.
The city is going the right way. We just have to band together. Like you said, it's just too many people going in too many different directions, and the hate between the adults. Just make it about the kids. Like if we make it all about the kids, and then let them make their decisions. Okay, as parents, yes, you guide them or whatever, but we help them make educated decisions. Like with my kids. So let me talk about me because it's hard when I talk about other people. I don't feel like I'm hitting it. It don't work as good as it does when I talk about myself. So with me, well, I guided my kids into making their decisions. I let them make every single decision that they made, even to play the sport. Like they were both good at football, so I gave them the option. I said, "So which one do you like better? Like this one? You like this one? Which one?" And they both chose basketball. Okay, all right. Well, then this is what we're gonna do then. So boom, we locked in, and I'm all right. Worked out. Boom, boom, boom. They're naturally talented, naturally gifted, genetics and all that, so that helped. And then, AAU. Okay, what do you want to do? Boom, boom, boom. They chose the rivals. It was just one of them things. Actually, Vin came to me, and it was when AAU. I just wasn't into AAU. It was like when it started, and I just was like, I don't like this thing. I don't like how it's set up. I don't like it. And then he came to me 4 different times, and I kind of shunned him 3 times. And he stood on me. And the 4th time, he said, "Yo, D, just come have lunch with me." I sat down with him, had lunch with him. He laid it down. He said, "I got this kid going to UConn. I got this kid going here. I got this kid going here." I said, "Ben, all these kids are playing for you right now." I said, "So if my guy plays with you, he'll play with all of these kids right this second." He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, how much?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "Bro, all right, so what's the catch, Ben? Just stop. Don't play." He said, "No, we're sponsored by Adidas, and that's who pays for everything." He said he's gonna get a duffel bag full of Adidas clothes everywhere we go. We go to Vegas, we go here, we go here, we go here. I said, "Bro, it's kind of a no-brainer for me at this point." I was paying $500 somewhere else for him to play somewhere else. So it's just it. So like I said, he chose that. Then college came. Louisville, UConn, Providence. I said, I know where I want you to go, Kai, but you go where you want to go. He said, "Dad, where you want me to go?" I said, "Louisville." Why? Because Patino was there. So if you go play for Patino, and after a game, Patino compares you to what's that point guard he had? Was it not Terry? He had one of them point guards that went to the league. Anyway, if he compares you to him, all the NBA people are on your back. Like, yo, let's go look at this kid. It's Patino, even though he had the other reputation too. But That didn't happen. Then because Patino got fired, then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to and what's the next guy? Oh, UConn. All right, cool. Committed to UConn. Ollie got fired, pulled back out of there. All right, Kai, what do you want to do? You want to go visit more schools, or you want to go to? All right, he was like, Dad, I don't really want to visit more schools. We already did the whole visiting thing. He was like, Provo's on my top 3. Let's just do that. I just want to do that. So I never pushed him. And then even with Boo, you would think I would have pushed him to Boston College. I was like, Boo, I would love for you to play with your brother. That's like my dream, dream come true for me. I said, but your decision. You got NC State, you got BC. You do what you want to do. He chose BC. Boom, let's go. You can't force these kids. And the moral to my story is, don't force these kids, because you force them to play ball, they're gonna go another direction. I can promise you. You force your kid to do something, gonna rebel. That's natural, right? So give them the option. This is what you got. Sting is what you got. This is what you got. This is what you got. What do you want to do? Then let them make their decision. You help guide them with their decision, and then let them spread their wings, man. That's the only way kids are going to flourish. And if adults are going back and forth, it's going to make the kid be that type of person when they get older. And we're just creating bad habits within the city if we're all banding together, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I just think we have too much of talent, and there's certain people that are good with certain things, and that's what you gotta understand. People gotta understand and drop their egos, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna come and tell me I'll listen. You know what I mean? I'll listen to you, but I'm not like, if your vision is not on my vision,
and just go say, wait.
Yeah, you do. I don't gonna talk negative about you. You just do what you do. I'll do what I do. But if you're like willing to like compromise and say, okay, we can do this, then it'll work, bro. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't get it, and it seems backwards, bro. It seems if you do something positive, if you're doing really good, you get hate. If you're doing really bad, they love it. It's like, so if I score 150 points on a team, they'll praise it versus trying to beat them by like, be reasonable. Like, I just wish people would come to our games, and I know Mike's there, and I know you know, D, because you hear it. But it's like, what I do is so respectful to like coaches. Like the Drake coach wrote this huge email to my AD, my principal, and my assistant principal about Diego is the right guy you hired. Oh my God. Like, we follow his page and the stuff that he does, the culture, the girls' respect of the game and how they respect each other, and they picking up my girls and all the sportsmanship. He's like, it's unreal. He goes, I've never wrote an email to anyone, but I had to. And this is a Drake that, you know, they're ranked 5th. We go to their thing. They're so nice. They're just respectful girls. And it's like, but then I'll come back to Worcester and it's like, oh, you're beating people by, you're doing, like, what? Like, what? Like, what? You get what I'm saying? Like, you get an email like that from a high level school who tonight just beats Catholic Central, I think, or whoever they just beat.
Oh, yeah.
The team that went to the Final Four in Division One, they just beat them, and they just beat Methuen, Drake, and we beat them by 20. So it's like, you get a team like, I'd be following them. And the girl the Ashley Talbot girl who's nasty, she just hit 1,000 point today. I got to send her a message. She actually she's committed to Division Two, D. She's so nasty. She, after that game, her parents tweeted about us, bro. Her dad tweeted about South High girls, put them on the map. MIA, you guys, these girls are no joke. They had my daughter like, and then she actually tweeted and sent Jazzy an Instagram message saying, "Oh, you're to a sophomore, senior to a sophomore, bro." And that's why my plan works, because Jazzy was my game day post, and it was that reason. I said, Jazzy, this is your matchup. You're never gonna play a guard like this, bro. And I had Jazzy playing against Grace all year last year.
Killed it.
I have Jazzy playing in 8 different AAU teams with me. She plays up, down, her age there, up over there. She's the best, bro. She's the best. She's young mind. She's a beast, and it's just like, she loves the game of basketball. So I put her in a place where I know that it's going to happen for her, and she needed that. You're not going to play this girl. This guard's nasty. She's like another Grace, bro.
Exactly like Grace.
She's like,
what's her name?
Similar.
What's her name?
Ashley Talbot.
Talbot, yeah.
She's
nasty. Shout out to Ashley.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jazzy and Jazzy's parents. I know Jazzy's parents too. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. They're doing their thing, and they raised their rights. And
Yeah.
Izzy always kept in the gym, kept it with you, kept it.
Yep.
And
Did you see the look on her face when they went to tip off?
Yeah.
When that's crazy. They're like,
He's a
Did
dog.
you tell Mike? Did you tell D what I had her do? The second game against Springfield against a 6'3" girl who I had jump ball.
dude, you know what's funny? I've been half of that video is done. I probably put 10 hours into it already. It's crazy, dude. This girl, she looked like Brittany Griner. I'm not gonna lie.
Huge. D, she was so nasty too, bro. She's huge.
Yeah, she wasn't just big. She was good. She had skills. She was like, Brian was like,
Yeah.
fought out of the way by her, man.
What you do?
Yeah.
How'd you handle that?
We beat them, but I put Jazzy as a jump ball. It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing, you know? It's a mind thing. It's like you got this little girl jumping me, you don't respect, you know what I mean? So it's like I try everything to get some type of motivation from my girls, you know, and just put us in the best position to win. Like I told you, that was a back-to-back game. You beat Drake, you're on a high, you got to get back on the bus. You're playing a team that had 3 days off, very athletic, very well coached, big girls, fast. And we pulled it off. We should have lost that game, man.
They had
not
two.
because of skill, just because like you coming off a game like you came off of. One of your best players gets in foul trouble right away. We couldn't throw a rock in the ocean, bro. Like we couldn't hit a shot, bro.
Bad.
Like
it was
so bad. It was like 23-20, but we pulled it off. That's what good teams do. When it came down to it, we locked up, we hit the shots we need to hit, and we moved on. We meet them. If we played them again, you know, it'll be different, and they're good, but we just couldn't. We had nothing. It was like we played so hard against Drakert and focused on them. Right. And we went out to dinner. We went out to dinner that night. We come the next day, we get on the bus, we get up there, the atmosphere is just dead now. There's nobody at the game, no music, and their bodies were just, you could see it. But, you know, they won, and that's why I said, you go up there, you go 2-0 in that division, we should come home and, you know, we have a goal. And my goal every day is, my goal is to, you know, first, let's take care of our schedule and see where we go. But, yeah, man, it's fun, and Mike has I think Mike has more fun than me, but
no doubt.
How does Mike get to the games before coach, bro?
He definitely.
I get pumped up, man. It's like, look at you watch a team win for 2 years straight. I mean, it's easy to cover. You know what I'm saying? But
D,
right, you
got he's giving us D. We're coming up. We pull up the Drakert real quick. We pull up the Drakert, right? Sam's looking out the window, and there's like a flashlight because it's dark. It's like a flashlight in front of the door. And she's like, wow, Drakett's really nice. They got like a flashlight to walk us in. And I'm looking, I'm like, that ain't Drakett, man. I said, hold up. I'm looking. And my man, I'm like, that's a South High guy. And then he's giving the girls high five off the bus as they come in. He's like amped up. I go in the gym. Mike's already set up.
Yeah, I love it.
Mike opened the gym for him. He picked the music and everything. Yo, Mike's there before me. I'm like, how you at Chicopee before me, bro? He's already in his stands, already set up.
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I gotta salute Mike, bro, because
Mike's
on his job.
The girls love him, though. They look for him now.
Of course.
They walk in the gym. Where is it? Oh, there he is. All right, cool.
There he is. Yeah.
All the views on his thing are probably my girls. They watch the videos like 700 times.
It's got to be. I'll tell you, they own a lot of the views, man. It's mixed between you guys in North. Emma's video obviously was number one. She's like top three. Grace's video from last year, Jazzy's half court shot, and then Emma. Yeah,
it's great. But Mike, I get a lot of good things. So I told you I'm up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning all the time. And I look at your videos, and there's certain things that I see, bro. Like I say, okay, boom, because I don't record videos. Like I don't do that scouting type thing.
Yeah,
I'm on the go. I change stuff on the go. I don't like to study too much. I just see little things, and like today I just put another defense in. You're gonna see it tomorrow when I call it out. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. So Felipe's in the gym today, and he's looking at me doing. He goes, "What is that?" And I told him. He's like, "Oh." So it's just certain teams that I can use it against, you know. Because I know I know Marcus is a good coach, and he has that video of us playing them. We didn't play that well, but he has that video, so he's knowing he's studying it because I know Marcus Watkins a studier. He's a good
Yeah.
coach. So
Yeah. Where's
I
he
got
at now?
he's at St. Paul's.
That's right.
So I know I got to come out with something a little different under my sleeve than I already started. But most coaches just say, "Oh, we won by 30. We'll just keep the same thing."
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, not me.
Yeah, that's
Not
good.
me. Yeah, Mike, you should have seen Mike. I said that to him today. We did all our running, all our shooting. We shoot for D. We shoot. We have 2 hour practice. We shoot an hour and a half. And then the last half hour, I just go over sets. And they're like, I'm putting a new defense. And they're like, what?
What?
What? They're
That's
all like,
good.
another one?
That's good. You could do that. They're students of the game too, because
Yeah.
it puts in the day before, and for them to be able to catch it and do it, that says a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if they don't get it, they'll tell you. We don't have any girls that are like embarrassed. It's like, some kids are just embarrassed to say it because you got to stop the practice. No, they'll be like, hold up. If this happens and this happens, and it's so great. It's like, what if I do this? What if I do I double team off this? Who's this? Who's that? Where do I go up? And I love it. It takes longer, but they get it. They get it. And that's why I said the beauty of having, if people can see our practices, all these people that talk about us, and see how these girls care and study the game and are so ready and so supportive of like their JV team. They're at the JV team supporting them at practice. They'll look at us different, bro. And that's what it's about. And I'm trying to change the image of like not just being a basketball player. They're good kids, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're like you got Blue, who's probably the nicest girl in the world, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went into Auburn and they were talking to trash to her, man. Like she's some bad, like this girl don't even say anything. I wish she would. I wish she would say hell or something. She doesn't even do that.
What do you mean in Auburn? What happened?
So like in the summer league, we were in there and like some parent was like chasing her down the sideline, bro. Like talking trash or, oh, we don't respect these girls and this and that. Oh, I don't respect Diego and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't care if you don't respect me, but you gotta respect my girls, bro.
Yeah.
So I had to like, I wasn't even going to one of the games and they called me at the gym because I had summer league. I had to hold off my summer league game to fly up to Auburn, bro, because our coach was being disrespectful to the kids.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yo, what is going? And I walk in, and I have a parent. Blue made a good move